Hello everyone, and welcome to our virtual Admitted Student Reception. An Admitted Student Reception is an event that we host in various locations around the state and the country to provide an opportunity for those students who have been accepted into UAH but still haven't decided whether or not they want to attend, the chance to ask any questions they might still have. And for those students who have been accepted into UAH and have already decided to attend, this is also an opportunity for them to take care of the next steps on their charger checklist. Unfortunately, this year we can't be together in person, but we still wanted to give you the same experience that you would have received at an Admitted Student Reception, but virtually. Now I understand that I don't have fancy hors d'oeuvres and food to serve you over video, and this isn't really in a fancy location, but this video does have the most important element of an Admitted Student Reception, and that's me. Of course I'm kidding, but this is the virtual version of the presentation that we give at all of our Admitted Student Receptions. So, let's dive in. UAH is a Tier 1 research institution with over $109 million in research expenditures. That means research is an important part of our institution for both faculty and students, and research is ingrained in our curriculum for virtually every academic college. We also have 17 different academic research centers and laboratories that help drive that mission. Right across the road is Cummings Research Park, which is the nation's second largest university-related research park, and UAH is the anchor tenant for employment at those companies. UAH is also the #1 return on investment in the state of Alabama, which basically just means you're getting the most money back for the money that you put into your education. And our graduates have on average the highest starting salary of any other graduate in the state of Alabama, with an average salary at the beginning of their career of $57.5 thousand. So yes, you'll be making the big bucks. Now let's talk about new student orientation. Orientation is required for all incoming freshman students, but the programming is specifically designed to help prepare students for not only the personal and academic changes that come with adjusting to college, but also the social changes. Orientation is a 2-day event, and students will stay overnight in one of our residence halls. Orientation is the perfect time for our students to take care of the last steps in becoming a charger, like registering for classes and getting your student ID and learning to navigate your student portal, and yes, even meeting your classmates. And all of those bright, energetic faces you see walking around in UAH polos, well, those are our orientation leaders, and they are thoroughly trained to help guide students through orientation and adjusting to UAH through various programs and sessions that we offer at orientation. If you are a student with AP or IB credit, make sure to send those scores to the registrar's office when they become available. They will then put it onto your academic transcript, so that way your academic advisors know what your course placement will be when registering for classes. You can always view what credit you have by viewing your academic transcript on your My UAH account. And if you have dual enrollment credit, the same process applies. Once you've completed your dual enrollment course, send an official copy of your transcript to the UAH registrar's office, and they will make sure it gets onto your UAH transcript. If you took dual enrollment classes at UAH, then sit back and relax. It's already done for you. When it comes to course placement, UAH ensures students are placed in classes that reflect preparation and background in subjects based on things like your ACT and SAT score, your dual enrollment credit, and your AP and IB performance. For English placement, students are automatically placed in EH 101 or EH 101S. If you're in the Honors College, you're placed in EH 105. If you are placed in EH 101S and you would like to test into EH 101, you can do so by taking an online composition test. But keep in mind, it can only be taken once. Now for math and chemistry placement, we look at your math sub-score on your ACT. For scores that range anywhere from a 25 to a 36, you will be placed in a level 2 math class. Now let's talk a little bit about housing. Students that live outside of a 30-mile radius of the university is required to live on campus for 1 year. If a student lives within that 30-mile radius, they still have the opportunity to live on campus if they so wish. Now, the housing application priority deadline is May 1st, so you need to get on that soon, but keep in mind that the housing deposit is due at the time of application. So now you want to know how you're paired up with your roommates. Well, we often joke that the UAH housing application is like the eHarmony of roommates, because it asks you questions like, are you a morning or a night person, and do you like it hot or cold, and even what kind of music do you listen to, and what are some of your hobbies? So that way the housing department can match you with people who have similar living habits and maybe even your future best friend. Now, if you know someone, or since UAH is suite style living up to 3 other individuals that are attending UAH, and you want to live together, then all the students that want to live together can email housing@uah.edu with with the students' names and the A numbers so that way they can cross-reference your applications. Now, students, you can expect to start hearing from the housing department in early summer about your housing assignments. Alright, let's talk about meal plans. Every student is required to have a meal plan for their first year at UAH. If you're living on campus, you have the option between 4 different meal plans. The only difference with these meal plans is the different amounts of charger bucks versus meal swipes. A meal swipe can be used at the Charger Caf, Garden View Cafe, or Sandella's Cafe. Charger bucks is like a monetary amount that you can use at any of the other dining locations on campus like Dunkin' Donuts and Chick-fil-A. The only thing with charger bucks is there's no sales tax attached to it. So if a coffee is $2, then the coffee is $2. Now all students living on campus will be defaulted to meal plan option number 1, which is 14 different meal swipes a week and 300 charger bucks for the semester. If you would like to opt into a different meal plan that works with your class schedule better, that maybe has more or less charger bucks or more or less meal swipes, then you can do so at orientation or up to 2 weeks into the semester. Now students living off campus and commuting to UAH, you will automatically be defaulted to meal plan number 6, which is $335 dining dollars. Dining dollars is a lot like charger bucks, except there is sales tax attached to that. If you would like to opt in to one of the full meal plans, you can do so. Same thing applies to you up to 2 weeks into the semester or at orientation. Now is the perfect time to start accepting your scholarship. If you were offered one of the merit tuition scholarships, you need to accept that scholarship by May 1st if at all possible. And if you apply for one of the competitive scholarships, then you will be notified by email if you were offered one of those scholarships. Now, a lot of those scholarships have their own deadlines attached to them, so pay attention to that. You can accept your scholarships on your My UAH account under the Financial Aid tab. And if you're having trouble doing that, then feel free to contact one of your admissions counselors and we'll walk you through it. Your student bill will become available to view mid-June, but keep in mind that students must be enrolled in classes before a bill can generate. Students will be notified via email anytime a bill changes. You have up until the first day of classes every semester to pay your bill, or you must enroll in a payment plan by the first day of classes every semester. Now parents, if you'd like to view your student's bill or make payments, you must be added as an authorized user. Alright, now I know a lot of you are really eager to register for classes. I get it, but chill out for a second. It's coming, I promise. Class registration for new first-time freshmen will open on May 4th. Now you will register for classes through Schedule Planner, which is a program where basically you add all of the classes that you need to take and then any desired breaks for work and other time commitments, and then it will generate all the schedules that fit within that parameter. Now there will be an opportunity at orientation for you to register for classes with the guidance of your academic advisor, so that way they can approve the schedule and make sure it's classes that you need to be taking. Now if you want to schedule your classes on your own time, we ask that you at least contact your academic advisor for approval of the classes. And you can find all of the academic advisor's information at uah.edu/academic-advising. And finally, get ready because the fall is quickly approaching and it's going to be here before you know it. And with the beginning of semester comes Week of Welcome. Week of Welcome is an entire week of scheduled activities and events hosted by the university and our many student organizations to help new and returning students celebrate the new academic year. Week of Welcome has over 200 different events to choose from, so you definitely don't want to just sit in your room and not go to these. There is something for everybody. So go out and have a great time. The entire schedule for Week of Welcome is going to be available online at the beginning of the fall semester. Now, I know that was a lot of information, so let me simplify it for you just a little bit. The next things that you need to do in your process, like right now, is what we call the Charger Checklist. The Charger Checklist is comprised of 3 different things. 1, accept your scholarships. 2, apply for housing. And 3, register for orientation. Because everything else that you need to do to get ready for the school year can be done in orientation this summer. Now, if you need help with any of these things or you have questions, please feel free to reach out to your admissions counselors because we are here to help. And that's all we got for you. Thank you so much for coming to the virtual admitted student reception. We have so many resources coming to you very, very soon, so stay tuned for those. Go Chargers, and as always, deuces.